Waynesboro and Manheim Township face off in today's Battle of the Brains, right here on WGAL 8 Brainbusters.
From Studio B, this is WGAL 8 Brainbusters, celebrating 25 years. Now, here's your host, Rich Rosen.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the exciting WGAL 8 Brainbusters, our 25th season. If you've been following along, you've seen some of the brightest students from across the region compete in a fast-paced, challenging game. Today, Waynesboro and Manheim Township will battle it out. Let's see who secures the spot in the next round. Who will it be? Well, we're going to find out in just a moment, but first, let's take a moment to meet our teams. First, from Waynesboro, it's a pleasure to welcome our alternate, Zach. He's a freshman. Peter is our first player, a senior. Next, we have Will, one of the alternates also. He's a freshman. Then Kieran is going to be the captain from Waynesboro. Next, we have Jace. He's also a freshman and a senior. We're getting a new team getting ready for the next season. And finally, we have Will, and he is a junior. Next, we have Mrs. Stacy Sawicki. She is the gifted support teacher at the high school and middle school, and has been very successful over the years on our show. Welcome to the Waynesboro High School Brainbusters Quiz Bowl team. Next, let's say hello to the Manheim Township Brainbusters team. First, we have Ruby. She is a senior. Captain Andy, also a senior. And Vinaya, she is a senior. Next, we have Mrs. Caitlin Rock. She is teacher of the gifted and business at the high school. And not shown here is Dakota Stump. He is a teacher of the gifted and was unable to be with us today. But welcome to the Manheim Township Brainbusters team. Now, everybody, we have a lot of work ahead of us. Pick up your signaling buttons and use them frequently, because here comes today's opening round. 10-point questions, no penalty for an incorrect response. Good luck to all 6 of you. Its former president, Jair Bolsonaro, was recently convicted. Brazil convicted of attempting to overturn the nation's 2022 election in a plot that prosecutors say even included plans to assassinate the president-elect. Brazil's the correct answer. As president of the Continental Congress, he signed the Declaration of Independence first and largest. Who was Andy again?
John Hancock. John
Hancock was this founding father. According to Robert Burns, it is an old song of the olden times, taken down from an old man singing. What is this tune traditionally sung on New Year's Eve? Andy.
Auld Lang Syne.
Auld Lang Syne, correct again. To the east, Lake Bourne. To the west and north, Lake Pontchartrain. In the center of the Mississippi River. What is this waterlogged Louisiana city? Andy.
New Orleans.
New Orleans, you dominated all of these questions so far, yes. Hepzibah, Clifford, and Phoebe Pynchon are major characters in this Nathaniel Hawthorne novel. According to the title, where do they live, Kieran?
Scarlet Letter.
Nope, sorry. Andy?
House of Usher.
No, it's the House of Seven Gables is the correct answer. It can be calculated by dividing a change in velocity by an infinitesimally small change in time. What is this property of a moving body, Peter?
Instantaneous power.
No, sorry. Andy?
Speed.
No, it's instantaneous acceleration is the correct response. If a circle has a radius of 1/2, what is the circumference? Kieran?
1.
No, sorry. We stumped you on pi. The circumference is equal to pi times twice the radius. Muhammad was born in Mecca about 570 AD. What religious leader was born, Peter?
Islam.
No, sorry. What religious leader, Manheim Township, was born in the ancient kingdom of Magadha, India, about 560 BC? Andy?
Buddha?
Buddha was, or Siddhartha Gautama, yes. It has authority over the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, the Johnson, Andy? NASA, the Johnson Space Center in Houston and the Space Center at Cape Canaveral. NASA is the government agency. And now, here comes today's audio question. Players, please buzz in when I say who's speaking.
Our country is strong. A great people has been moved to defend a great nation.
Who's speaking? Kieran.
President George W. Bush.
You are correct. I'm sorry we couldn't accept that, Andy, because you buzzed in too soon. Congratulations, 10 points for you for Waynesboro. Balboa reached the Pacific Ocean in 1513. Who reached the Sea of Tranquility? Kieran.
Magellan.
No, sorry. In 1969,
Neil
Andy.
Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong did, yes. It's technically the residue left behind after a fractional distillation of wood. It can be found in gas masks, gunpowder, and backyard barbecues. What is this form of carbon? Andy?
Charcoal.
Charcoal, yes. In 1901, he sold his company to U.S. Steel for $250 million and devoted his life to philanthropy. Who?
Andrew Carnegie.
He's the one, the Scottish-born builder of libraries, yes. This country takes its name from Kut, the Arabic word for fort. The name was very little help in 1990 when it was invaded by Iraq. What is this, Andy?
Kuwait.
Kuwait, yes, is the country on the Persian Gulf. More than 3/4 of the creatures on Earth belong to this biological class. What are they? Peter?
Insects.
Insects, indeed, yes. Founded in the 12th century, this city on the Irish Sea is the capital of Northern Ireland. What is it, Kieran?
Belfast.
Belfast, yes. Bach's St. Matthew Passion, Haydn's The Creation, and Handel's Messiah are all example of this kind of choral work. What is it? It's, Andy.
Hymn.
No, I understand why you would say that, Kieran.
Canon.
It's an oratorio. Both guesses were good. In electricity, it's a circuit with more than one path. In geometry, there are lines which cannot intersect no matter how far they're extended, Peter.
Parallel?
Parallel, yes. The Beaufort Sea, the Kara Sea, and the Barents Sea all border this body of water at the top of the world, Kieran.
The North Sea.
No, sorry. What ocean is it, Andy?
Arctic.
Arctic, yes, is correct. They were tried in 1921, executed in 1927, and finally pardoned in 1977. Who were these Massachusetts anarchists, Andy?
Sacco and Vanzetti.
They are the ones, yes. Coleridge's poem Kubla Khan, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, and Stevenson's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde were all inspired by similar events. What were they? Kieran?
Black Plague.
Nope, sorry. Andy?
Opium.
Dreams. So you were close with that answer, actually. It's equal to 43,560 square feet, or slightly more than 4,000 square meters. 640 of them make them a square mile. What is this piece of land called? Vinaya.
Acre.
An acre is correct. Vinaya. I'm sorry I mispronounced your name. Our life is frittered away by detail. Simplify, simplify. Who practiced what he preached while living his life in the woods near Walden Pond? Andy.
Thoreau.
Henry David Thoreau, yes. And that sound takes us to the end of the round. A good start, a very strong start for Manheim Township, but it's early on. After the break, we're going to jump into the one-on-one rapid fire and the 60-second team lightning rounds. So stay where you are, because WGAL 8 Brainbusters continue following these important messages.
WGAL 8 Brainbusters will return after this. Participants on WGAL 8 Brainbusters each receive this mini notebook and stylus pen, and the top 4 winning teams will share grants totaling $10,000. So good luck, teams. Now back to your host, Rich Rosen.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back as we continue our match between Manheim Township and Waynesboro. Now, as you can see, Waynesboro is a little bit behind, but they can make up ground very quickly, because here comes today's one-on-one rapid fire, where every student gets a chance to shine. So first, let's say hello to Peter. Peter, it's great to have you here. Thank you for coming back. You're a senior at Waynesboro. Always done very well on this show, and we always appreciate your presence. So here's a question that we'd like to ask you today is, what do you hope to accomplish in the next 5 years?
Yeah, I think in the next 5 years I'd like to go out west to college for BYU. Obviously I'm a senior, so that's kind of coming up. Get my degree in accounting, then move to a small town like Waynesboro and help out the community by being a CPA.
Oh, those are fantastic goals, and best of luck to you. Ruby, what about you? What do you hope to accomplish in the next 5 years?
I'm planning on attending college and possibly grad school.
Oh, you're thinking big. Go
Yep.
for it. Just keep thinking big, Peter and Ruby, as we put you two one-on-one. The settlement the Pilgrims built in 1620 was named for the port the Mayflower had sailed from. What was it called? Ruby.
Jamestown.
No, sorry. Peter.
Plymouth Rock.
It was Plymouth, yes, indeed. Good for you for 10 points. If two straight lines meet at a point, they form an angle. What name is given to the point where the two lines intersect? Peter again.
Intersection.
No, sorry. Ruby, any idea? Oh, we stumped you on vertex. And finally, human blood has 3 kinds of cells. Which of these cells defend the body against disease? Peter.
White blood cells.
White blood cells do indeed. Good for you. 70 to 130. Now let's meet our two captains. First from Waynesboro. Pleasure to welcome you back here, and a senior also. Tell us about what you have planned for the next 5 years.
Obviously going to finish up high school. Going to be going to college. I want to study music business. Looking at a couple big schools. I like Belmont and Nashville. I'm actually looking at a couple schools in LA, USC, UCLA, and I just want to move to a big city and actually start a music career for myself.
That's a focused plan. Stay on course. I love it. Music business. Good for you. Andy, a senior from Manheim Township. What about you?
I plan on attending a 4-year college, getting my degree, and hopefully starting out my future career.
Well, I know you. You've got a clear vision. I know you can do it. And I hope, Kieran and Andy, you can do it with these 3 questions as we put you two one-on-one. The shell of a chambered nautilus is one. So are the scales on a pine cone. Kieran?
Mollusk.
No, sorry. I'm going to complete the question for Andy. So are the scales on a pine cone, a cyclone, the Milky Way galaxy, and the cochlea in your ear. What is this common natural curve? Andy?
Shell.
No, it's a spiral or a helix. She was the first woman to appear on U.S. currency on the 1886. Andy?
Liberty.
No, sorry. I'm going to complete the question for Kieran. On the 1886 $1 silver certificate, she was also our first lady. Who was she? Kieran.
Martha Washington.
She's the one, yes. Originally the German name for southern Sweden, it now refers to Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Finland, and Iceland. Kieran.
Scandinavia.
Scandinavia is the geological term. You are correct. Okay, 80 to 130. Now let's meet our third players in today's competition. First, we'll say hello to Will. Will's a junior on the team. Welcome back. Tell us about your expectations and goals for the next 5 years.
So I'm planning to go to college to get my undergraduate degree before moving on to law school and then coming back to a smaller town.
Nice. That's a great goal. And I know you have the vision, and I know you still have a couple years left of high school, but it's coming up faster than you think. Vinaya, nice to have you here for the first time. What about you? What do we expect from you for the next 5 years?
I plan to graduate this summer and then move on to a 4-year college.
Well, it sounds like you have a bright future ahead. Vinaya and Will, let's put you two one-on-one. John Hancock was the first to sign the Declaration of Independence. What document was Stephen Langton, Archbishop of Canterbury, the first to sign in 1215? And Vinaya?
Magna Carta.
The Magna Carta is correct. If you're from Georgia, you're a Georgian. If you're from Maine, you're a maniac. What are you called if you're from Indiana? Will.
Indianite?
Nope. Vinaya?
Hoosier?
You are a Hoosier, yes. And finally, terrorists, lunatics, and criminals sometimes target works of art. In 1972, the Pieta in the Vatican Museum was attacked with a sledgehammer. Who sculpted it? Will.
Michelangelo?
Michelangelo did. Good for you for 10 points. Okay, the scores are looking great. 100 to 150. So now we're going to pick up the pace and play today's 60-second team lightning round. How many questions can the teams tackle in 60 seconds? We're going to find out shortly. Okay, Kieran, your team is behind at this point, but only by 50 points. So you will select first among these 3 quizzes. We have Lit Critters, Bar Exam, and a complete set of potpourri.
We're going to go with potpourri.
A complete set of potpourri. To collect your complete set of potpourri, simply answer these questions about a variety of people, places, and things. Kieran, I take your answers. The team's answer. Peter and Will are ready to help you along. 60 seconds on the clock, which will begin after I finish reading the first question. So good luck to all 3 of you, and here we go. How many feet are in a mile?
5,280.
Correct. What does a seismograph record and measure?
Earthquakes.
Correct. Who wrote Gone with the Wind?
Skip.
Margaret Mitchell. Who wrote and published Poor Richard's Almanac?
Benjamin Franklin.
He's the one. Iron Man, Spider-Man, and X-Men are all characters from what comics?
Marvel.
Marvel. What is an author's nom de plume?
Signature.
pen name. This very salty body of water borders Jordan and Israel.
The Red Sea.
The Dead Sea. What temple in Athena was built on the Acropolis above Athens?
I'll skip.
Parthenon. What form of raised writing is used by the blind?
Braille.
Braille, yes. What Elizabethan playwright wrote 154 sonnets?
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare, yes. Which U.S. state was settled by Sooners?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. What Washington, D.C. library is the largest in the world?
Library of Congress.
Correct. In what city is the famous Red Square located?
Moscow.
Correct. Daguerreotypes were among the earliest form of these images.
Photography.
Photography, yes. What country was the site of the Klondike Gold Rush in 1896?
California.
No, Canada. In China, what is a junk or a sampan? It's called a ship or a boat. We had 10 correct. 100 points came your way. Okay, 200 to 150. Okay, Andy, it's up to you. We have lit critters and bar exam.
Bar exam.
Bar exam. Lawyers are not the only ones who have to face a bar exam. For 10 points each, identify these people, places, and things whose names all begin with bar. B-A-R. Andy, I take your answer as the team's answer. Ruby and Vinaya are ready to help you along. We're going to put 60 seconds on the clock, which will begin after I finish reading the first question. So good luck. Monteverde, Bach, and Handel all composed during this period.
Baroque.
Baroque is correct. This Spanish city you can visit, the
Barcelona.
Las Ramblas and La Sagrada Familia.
Barcelona.
Barcelona, yes. Under English law, only he can argue cases in higher courts.
Pass.
Barrister, invented by Joseph Glidden, it ended the open range in the West.
Pass.
Barbed wire. This cereal plant is used for brewing, cooking, and feeding livestock.
Barley.
Barley is correct. A Spanish-speaking neighborhood in the U.S. city.
Pass.
Barrio. He's famous for the famous quotations, not for pears.
Pass.
Bartlett. These marine crustaceans attach themselves to the bottoms of
Barnacles.
ships.
Barnacles.
Barnacles, yes, the lowest noble rank in Great Britain.
Baron.
Baron, yes, an ancient Celtic poet now applied to any great national poet.
Pass.
Bard. He accompanied Paul on his first missionary journey.
Bartholomew.
No, Barnabas. He sculpted the Statue of Liberty.
Pass.
Bartholdi, the nickname of Holy Roman Empire Frederick I.
Barbarossa.
Barbarossa is correct. The largest class of subatomic particles. It includes the proton and neutron. Baryon, a little stumbling. 6 correct, so 60 points came your way. Is that a break for you? We're going to find out. What a game going. 200 to 210. An excellent lightning round from both teams. The score stands really close. And now, before we go to break, it's time to reveal today's bonus Brainbuster category. So our teams will lock in a wager between 0 and 25 points based on their knowledge of mathematics. That's a great topic for high schoolers. So we'll have the bonus Brainbuster and, of course, the all-important Final Frenzy when WGAL Brainbusters continues in a matter of minutes.
Watch all this season's episodes of WGAL 8 Brainbusters anytime on WGAL.com. Our online home also includes our tournament schedule and a chance to learn more about the show and host Rich Rosen. Scan the QR code with your phone or go to WGAL.com and click on Brainbusters.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to what's turning out to be a fantastic match between Waynesboro and Manheim Township. But it's now time for today's bonus Brainbuster. Our teams have now locked in their wagers on today's category, mathematics, up to 25 points at stake. For the question, let's go to Jerry Gish in the News 8 newsroom. Jerry.
Thanks, Rich. Now here's your bonus Brainbuster. Named after a French mathematician, these numbers are positive integers for which the sum of the positive divisors of n, excluding n itself, equals n. The first 4 such numbers are 6, 28, 496, and 8,128. What are these special numbers called? Again, named after a French mathematician, these numbers are positive integers for which the sum of the positive divisors of n, excluding n itself, equals n. The first 4 such numbers are 6, 28, 496, and 8,128. What are these special numbers called? Good luck with your answer. Now back to Studio B. Rich.
Thank you, Jerry. We'll give you about 5 seconds. Did we challenge our players today? These numbers have fascinated mathematicians since the time of the ancient Greeks. Okay, Kieran, we ask if you'll show first on this side, if you can hold it up. Fibonacci. No, I am sorry, that is incorrect. So we're going to deduct 15 points from your score. Andy, did you come up with the right answer? Bernoulli, no, but only 10-point wager. No, sorry, the answer is a perfect number. These are perfect numbers. Numbers like 628 and 496, and as I say, they fascinated mathematicians since ancient Greeks. Okay, look at those scores, 185 to 200. Who's coming back for round two? We're going to find out in just a few moments, because here comes today's final frenzy, 20-point questions. This four-letter word is an idea or behavior or style that spreads quickly from person to person within a culture. Andy?
Fad?
No, sorry, often by social media. What's the word? Kieran?
Meme.
Meme is correct. South Dakota is south of North Dakota. Which state is south of South Dakota? Kieran again.
Nebraska.
Nebraska, correct again. The poet tells us in his first lines, my purpose is to tell of bodies which have been transformed into shapes of different kind. What is this work by Ovid? Kieran?
Iliad.
Nope, sorry. We subbed you on the Metamorphosis. With a population of more than 3 million, it's one of Japan's largest ports and the largest suburb. Andy?
Osaka?
No, and the largest suburb of Tokyo. What city is it, Waynesboro? Kieran?
Kanto.
Yokohama is the correct answer. Copper corrodes, silver tarnishes, iron rusts. What chemical reaction is involved in these processes? Kieran?
Oxidation.
Correct for 20 points. During the reign of this Russian Tsar, the Crimea was annexed, Poland was partitioned. Andy?
Nicholas I?
No, sorry, I'm going to repeat the question. Poland was partitioned 3 times, and the Turks were defeated in 2 wars. Who was this empress? Kieran?
Catherine the Great.
You are correct. Gdansk is Poland's only major port. On what sea is it located, Andy?
Baltic.
The Baltic Sea. In ancient Rome, they represented the plebeians, but weren't allowed in the Senate when laws were debated and voted on. Who were these representatives whose only power was to veto? Kieran?
Senators.
No, sorry. We stumped you on the tribunes. It can be heard at the end of Beethoven's 5th Symphony and at the end of the Stars and Stripes Forever. What is the highest pitched instrument in the orchestra, Kieran?
Piccolo.
Piccolo, yes. Oberon and Titania are the king and queen of the fairies, including Peace Blossom and Mustard Seed. In which, Vinaya?
Midsummer Night's Dream.
A Midsummer Night's Dream is the Shakespearean play. Part of the Impressionist theory of painting was that every primary color has its complementary color in its shadow. If the object were yellow, what complementary color would its shadow be? Vinaya?
Purple.
Purple or violet. A decree issued in the 2nd century BC by Pharaoh Ptolemy V was discovered in 1799 by Napoleon's soldiers.
Rosetta
Andy,
Stone?
the Rosetta Stone. He was Britain's prime minister longer than anyone else since, which means longer than Will.
Winston Churchill.
No, sorry, longer than anyone because he was the first prime minister. Who was he? Andy?
Smith.
No, Robert Walpole, Dorothea Lange, Imogen Cunningham, Diane Arbus, and Annie Leibovitz were all women famous for their work in this artistic field. What field is it? Kieran?
Dance.
Nope, sorry. Photography is the correct answer. This acid is responsible for the flavor of pure yogurt. It's found in dairy foods that have turned sour. Andy?
Lactic.
Lactic acid is correct. It's called a college, but it's actually a very old private school founded in 1440 by Henry VI. What is this prestigious English, Kieran?
Oxford.
Not Oxford, so what is this prestigious English prep school? It's called Eton College. A Union general during the Civil War, he became the chief commissioner of the Freedmen's Bureau and founded the predominantly black Kieran.
Sherman.
No, sorry, the predominantly black college in Washington, D.C. named for him. Who was he?
Howard. Howard.
Howard is absolutely correct. There were 2 very different ones in the Old Testament. One was a box that contained the stone tablets with the 10 Commandments. The other was the boat.
Ark.
An ark is correct, yes. He won the Pulitzer Prize in 1940 and the Nobel Prize in 1962. Who wrote Cannery Row, The Pearl of Mice and Men, and Grapes of Wrath? Kieran.
Steinbeck.
He's the one. His most popular works are the Academic Festival Overture, the German Requiem, and the famous Lullaby. Which of the 3 B's is this? Kieran.
Brahms.
Brahms is correct. Worms, insects, sponges, and crabs all belong to this subdivision of phylum Chordata. What kind of animals are they? Will?
Invertebrates.
They are invertebrates, yes. Each game has 2 innings, in which of all 11 men get a turn at bat. Peter?
Baseball.
No, sorry. The pitcher is called a bowler, and the catcher is the wicket keeper. Which sport is this? Oh, sorry, Vinaya. That sound took us to the end of the round, and it was cricket. Was the correct response. What a fantastic game. Boy, at the end of this final frenzy, by just a narrow 5 points, Waynesboro is going to be returning for round 2. But we hope to see you in just a few short moments.
Welcome back to WGAL 8 Brainbusters, the Susquehanna Valley's longest-running high school quiz show, celebrating 25 years. Once again, here's your host, Rich Rosen.
Hi, everybody. We are still catching our breath. That was a fantastic match up to the very last question, and we are so appreciative of both of our teams. Well done to Waynesboro. They are returning and moving on to round 2. We thank Manheim Township for their terrific performance and determination. Now, on the next WGAL 8 Brainbusters, we're so excited to meet Central Dauphin and Lancaster Catholic. Thanks for joining us. We hope the game inspired you, because knowledge is the greatest adventure. So long, everybody.